Good day, and welcome back to Legend Knows Football TV. Will the recent injury crisis affect Arsenal's season, or will they remain consistent and push Liverpool all the way to challenge for the title? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, people, if you are new. Leave a comment. We can have a discussion on the topic at hand. Today, it's not about Chelsea. Today, we look at the opposition. Today, we look at none other than Arsenal. Arsenal has been pegged to be one of the favorites to challenge Liverpool this season for the title. As everyone has given, so to say, given the title to Liverpool already, so the rest is just a chasing pact. Recently, we have seen that Arsenal has gotten some major injury issues in their squad. Will these injuries affect them significantly? Put them a step back? Hold them away from the objective that they have of finishing first in the league and not second again? You know, these are things that can occur. And Arsenal in the past transfer window definitely saw that this was something that they had to try and avoid. That's why Arsenal went into the transfer window and signed backup players for every position. But now the backup players that they actually signed are the ones that got the injuries. And these are not minor injuries. These are injuries that will keep these players out for a long time. Let's get into the list of injuries that I'm talking. Gabriel Jesus has been out for a very long time. I haven't seen him in quite a while. He has a knee injury. Kai Havertz has a knee injury. Martin Odegaard has a shoulder injury. I think he picked up two game weeks ago. But he's not that major, so he might come back soon. His position is actually being filled by Eze, which is the reason why Eze was signed, I think, to help out on the left wing and also in the number 10 position. Madueke, who has been showing actually some promise, who has been lively on the Arsenal right-hand side of the wing. Just knee injury. The knee injury has kept Gabriel Jesus out for a long time. And this means that Noni Madueke is also going to be out for a very long time. And he is the backup player for Saka. Saka just came back from an injury. I think Saka's injury was it not also a groin like Nkapi or hamstring? But it wasn't very major. But Saka in late last season, and now we are seeing that Saka is actually kind of injury prone. Piero Nkapi was also a backup defender for Arsenal, because in this league you can't afford to leak in goals, to have a leaky defense. Good defenses win you titles. And that's why Arteta got the backing of the board. I'm sure he sat down with them and told them which areas need to be addressed. And he got Mosquera. I think I'm pronouncing the name right, Mosquera. And he got, obviously, Nkapi to back up Saliba and Gabriel. The backup players to the main guys is injured. So if Arsenal were to get another injury, maybe, you don't know, to Gabriel and Mosquera, who's going to fill in? And Arsenal will become vulnerable at the back. If Saka gets injured now with Noni Madueke being injured, who's going to fill that right-hand position? Let's just look at the Arsenal squad and look at the attackers. Okay, these are the defenders of Arsenal: Mosquera, Saliba, Nkapi, Gabriel, Timber, Lewis Kelly, Calafuri. I think these are the full backs. Ben White, Timber. These are your center backs. Now this guy is out. Gabriel, he doesn't look very much injury prone, but he also had, I think it was last season when he had a major injury, and he was also out for some time. But this is to the Arsenal fans. Do you guys think that these injuries will hinder your season? Will put you in a disadvantaged position to actually go all the way out? Noni Madueke is going to be out for a long time. Havertz is still recovering. Jesus is still. So basically, you guys just have Eze, Trossard, Gyökeres, Martinelli, and Saka. Those are your attacking players as of now. Will you survive, Arsenal? Will you survive? Will these injuries impact your season? That's my question for Arsenal fans. Will you be able to compete? Because we don't see Liverpool getting funny injuries this season. So Arsenal fans, if you can reply, comment, subscribe, like the channel, and we can have a discussion on that. But on some other good news for Arsenal, straying away from the negative, heading into some good news, is the fact that, what is this guy's name? Saliba has signed a new contract at Arsenal. Understand, William Saliba's new contract at Arsenal will be valid until June 2030. So Arsenal fans, you guys can celebrate. You have secured your guy. There's no more rumors of him going to Real Madrid. Hopefully you guys included a release clause in that. Or maybe not, Release clauses can also just put you at a disadvantage when a bigger club, or these Spanish clubs come with huge lump sums of money, or Saudi or whatever. But I think Saliba is fully focused on Arsenal, so that's good news for Arsenal. But back to the topic at hand, injuries. Will the injuries affect Arsenal's season this season? Will it have a major impact on them? Because these are not minor injuries. These are injuries that are going to keep these players out for a long time. Do you see Arsenal going into the market again in January? Will they need to go into the market again in January? Because some of these injuries are reoccurring injuries, And a knee injury is not something that you can recover fully from. We know what happened to R9 way back in the early 2000s when he got that knee injury. He wasn't the same player after that. Will this also affect these players the same way when they come back? Noni Madueke looked like a player that has been reborn. I'm not saying that he's finally now, gonna make a huge difference, but he actually put some pressure on the opposition fullbacks that Arsenal has been playing against. He tried to be inventive for Arsenal. But that's my question for the Arsenal fans. Do you guys think this will impact your season in a negative way? If you've watched the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next update. Cheers, stay safe, and God bless.